Welcome back. I've decided to do my recording outside today because it's snowing, and I love the snow. I would have it snow every single day if I could. Even though I really am not a fan of the cold, I'm an absolute fan of the snow. I think it's so peaceful and so beautiful, and it just makes me feel calm. So I figured, well, there's not a better time to record outside than when it's in the snow. And I hope that this mic doesn't pick up too much of the wind, even though there's a bit of it. And so I figured I would just come out here, keep my mind right, and have my scarf fall all over the place. But my hands are already frozen, good Lord. I can't turn in that direction because the snow's blowing in my face. I almost quit yesterday. I almost didn't publish that video. I thought it was absolutely shit. And I made a promise to myself that I would go ahead and publish even if I didn't like it, even if I didn't think it was perfect, and even if all the components weren't, absolutely done to perfection. And so I'm still having some issues with lighting and the sound. And I've certainly not started putting any B-roll into anything, but I'm going to do this for 30 days. And at the end of that 30 days, if I decide I'm not going to make videos anymore, at least I will have made 30 videos and published all 30 of them, for better or for worse. So just trying to get in the reps. I appreciate for the few people that have watched the videos that they've watched them, even though they're awful. And just kind of being there with me in my discomfort, because I am hugely uncomfortable. This is worse than when I first started seeing patients and I had to go into the room and ask them questions, because there's a person at the other end of my questions, and we're having a conversation, and it's just so much easier that way. It seems that I don't really have the same hang-ups, even if I stumbled or had to think of something or whatever the thing was. It just feels very different. So, I know that you didn't click on this video so you could hear. Hold on, I'm going to put this right here. There you go. Let's see if I can make it straight, because straight's always good. I know you didn't click on this video because you thought it was going to be perfect. And if you had any illusions that it was going to be perfect, I can promise you it won't be. And I won't be. And I won't have all the answers, and I won't say all my lines right. And I actually don't have lines because I don't script my videos. I tried scripting when I first started doing YouTube, and it worked out terribly for me. I don't do really well with scripted material, because then I can't kind of roll with what I would normally say, and I do much better just having a kind of an outline of errors to work with. So we're going to bring this back around for a second now you've gotten through my video angst, and we're going to bring this back around to the no sugar 30 days. And someone asked me if I was going to have like a support group for this 30 days for people who wanted to join in and maybe wanted to be part of the event. It's not really an event, it's just 30 days without sugar. And I said I hadn't really thought of it, but I'm certainly willing to do that, because I do believe that when people do things together, especially things that are difficult, they usually have more success. And just having somebody to talk to when you really want to go get an ice cream or have a piece of chocolate or something, because you've been kind of so used to doing that, it's helpful to have somebody that you can call up, or just people who get on the phone with you or get online with you, and you just talk about your struggles and who you want to beat up because you can't eat chocolate. So if you're interested in that, if that's something that might be helpful, drop me a comment. And if I get a handful of comments of people who say, yes, I would love to do that, then I will pop open a forum or something, a little community group where people can just jump on and we can kind of support each other. I think that that's kind of a fabulous idea. So, having said that, I also want to address another thing that somebody asked me about. And actually, I had somebody leave me a comment about not taking the ketchup out of my refrigerator, which I thought was fabulous because ketchup is notoriously full of sugar. And I thought that was just great. And I didn't take it out of the fridge because I wouldn't use it anyway, because this is the time where, I would kind of stay away from it. But the mere fact that that person kind of caught that, I thought it was fabulous, and I really appreciated that person taking the time to leave me that comment. I can tell you this, because we talked about, I talked to somebody about the Whole 30 challenge, and I've actually done the Whole 30 challenge before. I read the book, and I don't agree with everything that was in the book, but I don't agree with it because for very specific reasons. I think that the premise of the book is wonderful, and I think that all of the things that were laid out were also very, very good. But from a practical perspective, working with people and patients for all of the years that I did, I found that if you give too many directives at one time, it's really hard for people to complete the directive. And so if you have to go and look at your bacon and your sausage and every little thing for no sugar, then it becomes a burden, and that burden makes it so people quit and give up. So the idea is, they use sugar nowadays to cure things. That's actually, if you don't use salt, you use sugar, or you use another means. And that's part of the whole process. But the idea is to get yourself away from the desire to chase sugar all of the time. And if you have something like bacon that's been cured with sugar, you're not going to eat a pound of bacon to get all of the bits of sugar out of it. If you are, stopping sugar for a month is probably not your biggest problem. The pound of bacon might be the problem, but it's the idea that you take a small step forward, and every small step forward is one more way that you address your health, and you look at it as a whole picture, and you do things so that the next thing that you do is another small step forward. And that's the name of the game. That's how you create success, one step at a time. If you want to be successful at making health advances, you're going to do it because you've made little steps, and every time you put one step in front of the other. It's not by climbing the whole mountain if you've never climbed a mountain. So that's kind of the way, that's my approach for these 30 days. And after doing this a bunch of times in a bunch of different ways, I have found that this is a nice beginning to start capturing your health and getting yourself better again. And that's why I recommend doing it this way. Just sugar for 30 days. And do your best to not eat things that have sugar in it, right? But if you can't find bacon to eat because you can't find any that doesn't have sugar in it, by all means, you can eat a piece of bacon. I know that's not the absolute perfect view for everybody, but it's my view. It's the way I approach it. It's the way I encourage other people to approach it, especially if they want to make some changes that are long-lasting and that they can stay with over the long haul, that it's not just like, well, I'm going to do this for this 30 days and I'm going to go right back to the way I was doing it before, because that's the problem, it's the yo-yo. I forget how many days now. This is my third video, and it feels like so many more. And so you're going to hear me just belabor this video nonsense over and over again, and I apologize for that ahead of time. I really, really do. I know you'll get tired of it. But thanks for coming back again if you were with me on the first 2 days, and I really appreciate you tuning in. please drop me a line in the comments and let me know if you think that you'd like to join the 30-day no sugar challenge, and if you'd like to have a little community to just get online with and kind of get a little support and say, hey, yeah, we can do this. We don't have to stab anybody today. I don't know, am I allowed to say that? Anyway, I have no idea. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks. Have a good day.